Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with his real estate entrepreneur, Omar. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. What's up, Michael?
Hey, something we're going to talk about here is really a warning that I brought to my channel, and frankly, I've gotten some heat for, and that was Airbnb. Maybe not all it's cracked up to be. It made people tons of money. You have been a successful Airbnb guy in several markets, but you just let me know off air that you may not Airbnb anymore. So let's talk about the numbers. Let's talk what's going on because I think people need to hear this. What's going on?
So this is crazy. So we reconcile on a 6 month basis on all of our Airbnbs, and we've been really successful the last 2.5 years, just like everybody else was in the Airbnb space. We got into a market and it appreciated, plus the demand and everything else. So we were making great cash flow, probably more than a normal tenant would be, right? Or a normal long-term rental. So we started doing our numbers and we're like, okay, remember, when you have to fix one thing, it eats up all of your profits, all of your cash flow, all of it, one thing. So replacing air conditioning, $10,000, profits gone for the year, right? So now I'm sitting back, I'm like, okay, where are we at? What's happening? And I literally immediately overnight, within a week and a half, I said, done. I did my numbers on 2 of these properties, just 2 of them, in Arizona, and I'm like, okay, my debt service on both of them combined was $4,700 a month. Okay. $4,700, $3,000 on the first one, $1,700 on the next one, plus utilities, plus this, plus that, plus everything else, right? So do the numbers. Okay. Now I'm sitting here like, okay, I'm not getting any responses. I put it up on Zillow for renting. Lo and behold, I get some people interested. I start negotiating. Some people saying, hey, they're going to give me a year in advance. I started doing the numbers. So we'll break down one of them. We'll break down both of them. But first property, $1,700 a month, 3-2. We're probably making about $5,000 to $8,000. Check this out. 5 to 8K, maybe 10K via Airbnb.
That's a year.
A year, right? Okay. Because after all the costs and everything, and then the seasonal aspect of it, and
daily rates going down, competition up.
Competition up, right. So I'm looking online. There's not a lot of rentals. Okay, well, I'm going to be the first one to do it. Sweet. Yeah, so exactly. Guess what happened? Boom, secured someone at $2,800 a month, which is an $1,100 a month positive cash flow. Yeah. And guess what I don't do? I don't pay. No more turns. I don't pay for any utilities except the pool service.
Nice.
That's the only thing I'm going to keep.
So that's amazing. Yeah.
So I'm going to do the math real quick. $1,100 times 12. What is that? $13,100, right?
Yep.
13K just annually on my cash flow. Okay. Now my next property, $3,000 debt service. Plus extra, plus propane and everything else. Hey, huge pool, the whole thing. Got that secured for a 6-month upfront payment for $3,800 a month. Okay, 6 months upfront. So they're giving me a check today. I'm going to meet them off the freeway. Never met these people, but the credit and everything's good. They're moving in, and I'm not doing anything to the house. It's furnished. Have fun. Take care. 6 months, and they said, hey, do you mind if we probably rent it out again for another 6 months? And I said, when that time comes, yeah, we can discuss it. So immediately $800 in positive cash flow, right? Yeah. I don't have no more utilities. $800 times 6. I know it's not a lot of money, but it's $4,800 in positive cash flow.
This is the thing about Airbnb that I knew was coming. Daily rates going down, competition going up, headaches going up. Because again, I'm a landlord, right? Month to month. I cannot imagine being a daily landlord. The people coming in and leaving and whining and complaining and headaches and this and that and the other thing, right? I understand the money aspect, but damn, my life's about less stress,
simplicity, right?
So what you've done is maybe you make less gross income, but your headache factor,
more net.
You make more net and your headache is down.
Okay, so next thing, this $3,000 deal,
Yeah.
my big one that everyone loves. It was rented out a lot, but my expenses went through the roof, propane,
Yeah.
everything else, right? So we did the
Crazy.
numbers. Year to date, we're at $5,000 on that big unit. We might even
That's
be negative. Okay,
Yeah, you go
negative. And
one
if
thing,
no
one
one's
big
telling
thing
you this shit,
breaks.
yeah. If no one's telling you this, they're lying to you. They're not making a bunch of money on Airbnb. I'm sorry, they're not. Okay.
Well,
So
Airbnb was the spot 2020. You have this lockdown. All you could do is drive. There wasn't anything. Daily rates were through the roof for anything. And now that it's over, we're open.
okay.
It's
Hey,
crazy.
check this. If now that it's over, right? So if I would have made $5,000 on one, and then another one I made $5,000, that's $10,000 on two houses. I am at $22,600 profit on those two properties with long-term tenants. Okay.
Less headaches. Yeah.
And less headaches. And guess what? The debt service that I just created, and we talked about this. If nobody rented my place, you know what my cost was? $4,700 a month, every single month. But guess what? Now I can retain that money and add 22 grand to the top line in profit.
Yeah. And you also, I think you had so this is all Lake Havasu, right? Which we've
Correct.
talked about on the channel a couple of times. Did you also had some Airbnb in Big Bear? Do I remember that, or is that not right?
Well, see, okay, I do. These I have four in Lake Havasu.
Right.
One that's my personal that I don't touch, I don't rent out, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Another one that's paid off free and clear. I'll keep that one as an Airbnb because that's a little cash cow making $30,000 a year. Okay. There's no debt other than the expense. So
Sure.
that plus the 22K, awesome. Now my Airbnb in Big Bear, I just took over the Airbnb side of it, and I'm just going to take advantage of the winter season because it's coming.
Yeah,
but then after that, we'll see where this market turns. The debt service there is a little bit easier. I got 3% debt on all these properties,
that's
all of
awesome.
them, and the principal pay down is going to go through the roof. So
yeah, it's really interesting because again, like one of my other guests on Wednesday, Anna, she does Airbnb, but she does waterfront, like oceanfront, $1 million
big
property.
difference. Big difference.
Yeah, it's a huge difference, right? So again, right, those will always be probably a good business because there's just the lack of supply, right? There's only so many on the water, like literally like 8 feet from the water or 30 feet or whatever it is. It's the folks that got caught up in the easy money, down selected, went across the freeway. They're not 30 feet from the beach. They're 30 minutes from the beach. Those folks, I think, are big difference. So it's really interesting to watch. And again, I love how this is something why you're my real estate entrepreneur. You pivot early, right? You're not waiting another 6 months and like a forced pivot when your daily rates go from 200 to $30 or whatever they are. You're pivoting early, putting in long-term tenants, getting 6 months up front. And again, you're reducing headaches. It's managing teams and turns. And I could not imagine that business. It's just, it hurts my head to think about.
Oh yeah, it was hurting mine. And I'm like sitting here like, Alyssa, what are we going to do? Like, what's happening? What's going on? And I'm like, you know what? Let's just do this, this, and this. And we might be this close on that other Airbnb that's there. Just put a long-term tenant in there, $2,000 a month, and make 24,000 with no headache. And now we're making $50,000 a year just in profit.
I think there's a lot of people. No, there's nothing wrong with it. I think there's a lot of people that are going to make this choice. I actually think Airbnb. I think we're going to see more people convert Airbnbs to furnished rentals, which is going to be interesting.
The furnished aspect of it makes it simple for them.
Yeah,
and you can charge a premium.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah,
and I'm doing it.
Really cool. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Omar, do me a favor. People have got to learn from you. We'll follow you on Instagram. What's the page?
Guys, follow me at Invest with Omar, and I'll be breaking down more content, breaking down more deals, and giving you guys more advice on how to create your wealth.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. See you.